good, guys? It's been a while. Haven't made a video since like, what, last year? Was supposed to get this out last week, but you guys know me. I'm a lazy piece of shit, so, you know, but better late than never. Alright, so winter 2018, what am I going to be watching? First up is Violet Evergarden, which is my most anticipated show for this season, and probably a lot of other people's. This shit looks fucking phenomenal, done by Kyoto Animation. Ah, Jesus Christ. I remember when like the first PV trailer came out and I watched it, I was like, dude, I'm definitely watching this. This hands down, it was, oh my god, the visuals look stunning. I initially thought this was going to be a movie, but no, it turned out to be a TV series. With this kind of quality, I hope it actually keeps it throughout. Auto Memories Doll. It's been quite a while since that name has caused a fuss. Originally invented by Professor Orland solely for his beloved wife, Auto Memory Dolls eventually spread out into the world, and a machine that allows people to rent out the dolls was also created. I will run as fast as I can to wherever my customer desires. I am the Auto Memories Doll, Violet Evergarden. A girl who almost appeared to have popped out of a fairy tale with her blonde hair and blue eyes said this with her inorganic beauty and sweet voice. I don't know too much about this other than that the chick is a robot. And it looks fucking amazing, so we'll have to see what happens. I'm quite looking forward to this one. Next up, we have Overlord Season 2, which has already aired. Well, actually, from what I'm looking here, it says January 9th. But from what I saw on YouTube, the episode 1 is already out, so not too sure what's going on here, but okay. Yeah, so second season of Overlord. If you haven't watched Season 1 of Overlord, I'd highly recommend you do so. It's a great show. Hopefully it's great to see my girl Albedo back. Next up we have is Fate Extra Last Encore. Now with the ending of Fate Apocrypha last season, I bet a lot of people are probably going to be hesitant with checking this one out. Well, don't worry, this has no relation to that. And it's done by Shaft, so I mean, you know, you got some comfort there. If anyone's wondering if you have to watch any of the previous Fate stuff to exactly be able to watch this, no you don't. But you would have to play the PSP game, which is Fate Extra, because it's a game adaptation, right? So, I mean, yeah. It would help if you have played that. It would probably help a lot, because this, from the PVs, it doesn't look like it's going to be anime-only friendly, from what I've seen, but yeah. But yeah, you don't have to watch like Fate Standard or Fate Zero or anything. This is like set in an alternate universe like Fate Apocrypha, so you can just go within this blind, I guess. I'm actually quite looking forward to this one as well. Got to see Umu, so, you know, Nero, great stuff. We got another Yuri show, which I thought was supposed to happen last year, because I remember back like during like the end of 2016, people were telling me how like, oh my god, two like good Yuri like adaptations are coming out in 2017. One was Netsuze Trappu, which I didn't end up finishing actually, so I don't know if that was good or not, because I heard no one talk about it. And then there was Citrus, which is this one, which I thought was supposed to come out last year, but apparently it's coming out in 2018, so, you know, whatever. But this looks to be promising, I guess. Yuzuko Aihara is a high school girl whose main interests are fashion, friends, and having fun. Sounds like your typical gal girl. And is about to get a reality check. Due to her mom's remarriage, Yuzu transfers to a new all-girls school that is extremely strict. From day one, happy-go-lucky Yuzu makes enemies, namely the beautiful yet stern student council president, Mei. So what happens when a dejected Yuzu returns home and discovers the shock of her life that Mei is actually her new stepsister, who has come to live with her? Even more surprising when Mei catches Yuzu off guard and kisses her out of the blue. What does it all mean? Oh, I'll tell you what it means. It means Yuri. So, yeah. This looks like it's gonna escalate real quick. Next up we have is Darling in the Franxx. Now, I wasn't gonna check this out, but I'm checking it out. So this is a joint anime project between Trigger and A1 Pictures, and which was announced at Anime Expo 2017. So the story is set in a distant future, the land is ruined, and humanity establishes the mobile fort city Plantation. Pilots produced inside Plantation live in Mistleton, also known as the Birdcage. Children live there knowing nothing of the outside world or the freedom of the sky. Their lives consist of battling to carry out missions. Their enemies are mysterious giant light forms known as Kyoryu, and the children pilot robots called Franxx to face off against them. For the children, Red in the Franxx proves their existence. A boy named Hero, called Code 016, and he was also known as a prodigy. However, he has fallen behind and his existence seems unnecessary. Not piloting a Franx is the same as ceasing to exist. One day, a mysterious girl known as 02 appears before him. Two horns grow out of her head. I really can't fucking read any of this shit. Next up, we have his Death March, which is what I'm gonna call this, because it's one of those shows that have a really long-ass title. Based off of a light novel, but I have read the manga version for this, and it's okay. It's an enjoyable read, at least for me. The story follows a 29-year-old programmer who is on a death march. One day, he wakes up in another world after a nap. From a meteor shower, he appears to have gained vast riches and decides to go sightseeing. So begins his heartwarming, occasional serious, and harem adventure in another world, which you've probably heard that a billion times before, but I'll watch this because, I mean, I've read the manga, so. Next up, we have is Koi wa... I'm not even going to pronounce this. Akira Tachibana is a soft-spoken high school student who used to be part of the track and field club, but due to an injury, she is no longer able to run as fast as she once could. Working part-time at a family restaurant as recourse, she finds herself inexplicably falling in love with her manager, a divorced 45-year-old young man with a young son. I know, the age gap right there is huge, but I mean, age is just a number, am I right? Good God. It's done by Wit Studio. It's a romance, and can I just say, I really love the fucking cover image for this. Like, that's a beautiful, beautiful shot right there. Great stuff. Anyways, might sound weird, but I have a feeling that this could be really, really great. And also, Aimer's doing a theme song performance. I think it's the OP. I didn't check, but it says she's doing a theme song performance for this. So, yeah, Aimer, always quality. Next up, we have is Card Captor Sakura Clear Card Hen. Yes, my childhood is coming back, and it looks glorious. Can't wait to see Tomoyo again. Oh. 14-year-old Sakura starts junior high school along with her friends, including Shoran, who has just returned to Tomoeda. I hope I said that right. After having a dream with a mysterious cloaked figure, as per usual, all of Sakura's cards turn blank and are rendered powerless. Thus, she starts her quest to find out what is wrong. And in doing so, Sakura and her allies discover and capture new transparent cards using a new key. But yeah, oh my god, I can't wait. Oh, Card Captor Sakura. Next up we have is Kokoku. Juri Yukawa lives with her neat father and brother and her retired grandfather and her sister and her younger nephew. Good lord, that was a lot. One day, her nephew and brother are kidnapped for ransom, and having only 30 minutes to meet the demands of the kidnappers, Juri realizes there is not enough time to prepare the money and decides to head for the rescue by herself, with a knife in hand, when her grandfather uses a mysterious stone passed in the Yukawa family to stop time. In a world where everyone and everything are inert, Juri and her father and grandfather run to rescue the two. But at the kidnappers' hideout, they soon realize they are not the only ones who can move about in this still world. That sounds pretty cool. Next up, we have is Beatless. Beatless, I believe in that smile, even if you don't have a soul. 2105 AD Japan. The humanoid android Hiei, or Hi-E, or Hi-E, I don't know how you would say that, became part of the people's life and was handling things humans could and couldn't do. Endo Arato, unlike his friends Kenko and Ryo, who hate Hiei, felt sympathy for Hiei, which was supposed to be just objects. One night, Arato suddenly gets assaulted by the mysterious falling cherry blossoms that make Hiei and machines run havoc. Will the cornered Arato be saved by the mysterious Hiei Lacia? What the fuck is that? Will the cornered Arato be saved? Like, just, you fucking already know he's gonna be saved. Like, Jesus Christ. This does look interesting. It could turn out to be complete shit, though. Like a lot of other shows here. Oh, wait. Garnidelia and Claris are doing a theme for this. So I'm assuming Claris might be doing the ending. Garnidelia is doing the opening. Or vice versa. Either way, you can't go wrong with those two. Good stuff. Next up we have this Grand Crest Senki. Lord A1 Pictures, let's go! The series takes place on a continent ruled by chaos. The chaos breeds disaster, but the lords of the continent have the power of the crest, the holy seal, that can calm the chaos and protect the people. However, before anyone realizes it, the rulers cast aside their creed of purifying the chaos and instead start to fight each other for the crests and to gain dominion over one another. Silica, an isolated mage who scorns the lords for abandoning their creed, and a wandering knight named Theo, who is on a journey to train to one day liberate his hometown, which is under tyrannical rule, make an everlasting oath to each other as master and servant, and work together to reform this continent dominated by war and chaos. Sounds solid. We'll see how this goes. Let's get it. Harakai Jozu no Takaki-san. If you blush, you lose. That's adorable. Loving by this principle, the middle school Nishikata gets constantly made fun of by his seat neighbor, Takaki-san. With his pride shattered to pieces, he vows to turn the tables and get back at her someday. And so he attempts to tease her every day, only to find himself victim to Takaki-san's ridicule again sooner or later. Sooner than later, oh my god. Will he be able to make Takaki-san blush from embarrassment even once in the end? Most likely. I mean, you know, it's how it's supposed to go. Next up, we have is Hakata Tonkotsu Ramens. Has ramens in the title? I'm watching this. Although, there's another show that I'm probably gonna be watching more for ramen than this one. Because from the description here, it says, at a glance, the city of Fukuoka seems like a peaceful one, but under the surface, crime is running rampant. The city's Hakata ward is home to the professionals of the underworld. Professional killers, detectives, informants, professional revenge seekers, those skilled in torture, and more. Holy shit. And according to urban legend, a killer of professional killers has shown up in the city. What a fucking weird name, Tonkotsu Ramen. But you have, like, the description of this. That's odd, but okay. Next up we have is Fantasy Slice of Life. I need one of these. Hakume to Mikochi. 9 centimeters, 3.5 inches tall. The tiny girls Hakume and Mikochi live in the forest, living in a tiny house in a tree. Riding insects, birds, and making umbrellas out of leaves, these tiny girls live a tiny life. Follow their tiny but lovely lives as their day to day in a fantastic world of tiny people and gods. This looks like it's going to be really cute and adorable, so yeah. Hopefully this satisfies my slice of life needs. Although I'm watching a lot of slice of life stuff this season, actually. This is the slice of life season for me, I guess. Next up is Yuru Camp. I don't know why, but I feel like this show could be intensely memed. I feel like I'm gonna see like screenshots all over from the show. Anyways, Rin likes to go camping by herself along the lakes that provide a scenic view of Mount Fuji. Nadeshiko loves to take cycling trips by herself to places where she can see Mount Fuji. After they meet, Rin and Nadeshiko take camping trips and eat cup ramen together. Sounds great. Cup ramen? Alright, nice. I don't normally go for pink-haired girls, but judging from the cover image right here, she real cute. Ryuo no Oshigoto. 16-year-old Kuzuryu Yaichi, holy shit, what a fucking name, has fallen into a slump after winning the major shogi title, Dragon King. Jesus. The pressure of his losses continue until an elementary schooler called Hinatsuru Ai, with an extraordinary shogi talent, arrives at his doorstep. Yeah, another shogi anime. Alright, after March comes in like a mine, you know, I watch everything shogi. Okay, well, maybe not everything, but you know, at least this. Alright, and last but not least, we have Ramen Daisuki Koizumi-san. Now, Ramen Daisuki, yes, I would have to agree with the title, because I fucking love ramen. Holy shit. The gourmet comedy follows the daily life of Koizumi, a high school girl who looks like a cool beauty at first glance, but actually has an unexpected side of her that loves ramen. I mean, what's unexpected? Everyone should love ramen, right? A show about ramen? Count me in, man. I fucking love ramen. Alright, guys, that is pretty much all the shows that I'm gonna be watching. There might be a few other shows here. Like, I'm looking at this one that's like Killer Bites. It looks edgy as fuck. And it looks like it could be like complete trash. But I'll probably give this like a couple episodes. Quick shout out to my my patrons, Falcry and Haruka J. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate your support in my dire time of need. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, so good! Whoa! Dude! You never told me about it! I forgot that I got jumped. Wait, wow! Shut up, Kenny! I know what you're gonna say! Shut up, you're retarded. Oh, I remember!